Before the biblical God created the world, he first formed the heavens, and within them he brought forth the cherubs, angels, and archangels. Among these celestial beings, the archangels were the highest ranked, acting as God's chief messengers and closest servants. Among these mighty archangels was one named Lucifer, who is described as the most beautiful and perfect of all God's creations. Lucifer's splendor was unmatched. His beauty, wisdom, and power surpassed that of any other being. Ezekiel 28:15 states, "Thou wast perfect in thy ways from the day that thou wast created, till iniquity was found in thee." Lucifer was created flawless, radiating brilliance and magnificence. He was adorned with every precious stone, and his voice was said to be like a symphony. However, his unparalleled perfection sowed the seeds of his downfall. Lucifer became consumed by his own beauty and power, and his admiration for himself turned into arrogance. Believing himself to be greater than his peers, Lucifer's pride grew, and soon he desired something unthinkable: to overthrow God himself. Isaiah 14:12-14 captures this hubris. "I will ascend to heaven. I will raise my throne above the stars of God. I will ascend above the tops of the clouds. I will make myself like the Most High." Lucifer was no longer content to serve. Instead, he aspired to take God's throne, believing he alone was worthy to rule all creation. His ambition, born of pride, blinded him to the reality of his position as a created being. Fueled by this desire, Lucifer began to manipulate the other angels, convincing them that he was superior and that they should follow him instead of God. Using his extraordinary intellect, he deceived a third of the heavenly host into joining his rebellion. These angels, like Lucifer, would come to be known as the fallen angels. The heavens were plunged into chaos as Lucifer, with his army of rebellious angels, launched an assault against God. A great war erupted, with Archangel Michael leading the forces loyal to God. Revelation 12:7-8 recounts, "And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels, and prevailed not. Neither was their place found any more in heaven." Michael, wielding divine authority, confronted Lucifer head-on. Despite Lucifer's cunning and power, he was no match for Michael, who was imbued with the strength and will of God. In the midst of the battle, Lucifer transformed into a mighty dragon, as described in Revelation 12:9. "And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent, called the devil, and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him." Despite his transformation and immense power, Lucifer was defeated. His arrogance and overestimation of his abilities led to his ultimate downfall. Cast out of heaven, Lucifer and his followers were banished to earth, stripped of their former glory. This event marked the beginning of Lucifer's transformation into Satan, the adversary. Lucifer's fall was not merely a loss of position, but a loss of identity. The being once celebrated as the light bringer became the embodiment of darkness and evil. Luke 10:18 captures the moment of his expulsion. "I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven." The once perfect creation was now the ultimate symbol of rebellion and sin. But Lucifer's story did not end with his fall. Consumed by bitterness and hatred, he sought to undermine God by targeting his most beloved creation, humanity. When God created Adam and Eve, he placed them in the Garden of Eden and gave them a single command: not to eat from the tree of knowledge. Seeing an opportunity to corrupt God's creation, Lucifer, now Satan, entered the garden. Disguised as a serpent, he tempted Eve, convincing her to eat the forbidden fruit. Genesis 3:1 describes the serpent as more crafty than any of the wild animals the Lord God had made. Though the serpent is not explicitly identified as Lucifer in Genesis, later scriptures, such as Revelation 12:9, connect him to the old serpent. Through deceit, Satan planted doubt in Eve's mind, saying, "You will not surely die. For God knows that when you eat of it, your eyes will be opened, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil." This act of manipulation led to humanity's fall from grace. By causing Adam and Eve to disobey God, Lucifer struck a blow against his creator, introducing sin and death into the world. The name Lucifer itself has a complex history. Derived from the Latin word for light bringer or morning star, it appears only once in the Bible in Isaiah 14:12. However, scholars debate whether this passage originally referred to the fallen angel or to a Babylonian king. The King James Version of the Bible adopted Lucifer as a proper name, cementing its association with Satan in Christian tradition. Some interpretations suggest that the description of Lucifer's fall in Isaiah and Ezekiel may have initially referred to earthly rulers who became metaphors for the ultimate fall from grace. Interestingly, interpretations of Lucifer vary across cultures and religions. In Christian theology, he is often portrayed as the ultimate antagonist, the one who actively seeks to lead humanity astray. Yet in other traditions, the figure of Lucifer has been romanticized, seen as a symbol of rebellion against tyranny, or even as a tragic hero. Such interpretations remind us of the enduring complexity of this narrative and its ability to resonate in different ways. Regardless of these debates, the moral of Lucifer's story is clear. Proverbs 16:18 warns, "Pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall." Lucifer's tale serves as a cautionary reminder of the dangers of arrogance and rebellion. His story illustrates the consequences of turning away from one's purpose and defying the natural order. Moreover, Lucifer's transformation from the light bringer to Satan symbolizes the duality of human nature. It shows how even the greatest of beings can fall when they succumb to pride and envy. At its core, the story of Lucifer is not just about rebellion against God, but about the perils of unchecked ambition and the importance of humility. Lucifer's ongoing enmity with God and humanity underscores his refusal to accept his fate. Revelation 20:10 prophesies his ultimate doom, and the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast and the false prophet are, and shall be tormented day and night forever and ever. Despite his efforts to defy God, Lucifer's end is inevitable. His story, though tragic, serves as a profound lesson on the nature of free will and the consequences of misusing it. In conclusion, whether viewed as a celestial being consumed by pride or as a metaphor for human folly, Lucifer's story resonates across cultures and religions. It challenges us to reflect on our own actions, to strive for humility, and to recognize the value of obedience and gratitude. What are your thoughts on Lucifer's tale? Do you see him as a cautionary figure, a tragic hero, or something else entirely? Share your perspectives below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more explorations into hidden histories and profound stories.